Today we're diving into the world of big moves, big monies, big flops. We're talking about the 5 most expensive transfers for clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Manchester United. Did they cook, or did they just burn the club's wallet? We're not holding back. No sugarcoating, no filters, just the cold hard truth. So buckle up, smash that like button harder than Barca smashed their bank account for Coutinho. And let's get into these W or L transfers.
We start our most expensive transfer journey in Spain in La Liga. And what other club than the current champions of La Liga, Football Club Barcelona, who from about 2017 to 2020 was spending money like it was Monopoly. So let's get into the top 5 most expensive signings in their history and see if all that money was worth it or not.
All right, guys, Barcelona. They say spending money equals success, but in Barcelona's case, that was not the case. Their number 5 most expensive transfer of all time is Frenkie de Jong, who is still currently in the Barcelona side, who has honestly looked all right since he came back from a couple of injuries he had. Just came off almost trouble with the club last season under Fleek. I think he's costing them a pretty penny.
Yeah, I mean he's a player who he makes a decent salary, which we don't know exactly what it is because you see different numbers every time. But Frenkie, I think he's still a player we won't know if he was worth it or not because he's not done yet. So I don't think we can necessarily transfer if it was a flop or not. I don't think it's a flop, but I don't think he's lived up to the full potential.
Yeah, his Ajax days were pretty decent. But let's break it down. He was signed from Ajax in the 1920 season for a whopping 86 million euros. Market was kind of
it was already inflated
that time. So a player like Frenkie with that high potential, how old was he? 22 when he signed?
Something like that.
So I mean, for 86 million, trying to get a player like him, I guess it's all right. It's all right. Him still being there kind of like gives a room for improvement.
One of the captains of the club.
Yeah. And number 4, we got the prince who never became king, Neymar. Who signed from Santos at 21 for a whopping 88 million euros. I still remember that day. It was world-breaking ESPN. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I mean, for 88 million for a guy that I think he was the only non-European player to be ranked in the top 10 Ballon d'Oro. That's crazy.
He was. At first, it wasn't even reported. Like, it was reported like 40 million or something, right? And then later on, they revealed how much it actually was, like bonuses and everything.
Yeah. So,
but I mean, the guy won a treble at the club. He did. He had great numbers at the team, and honestly, like it felt like he himself and his ego cut his own Barcelona story short.
Yeah.
But I think for that price, I mean, he was top 3 in Ballon d'Oro for, I don't know, 2015, I know for sure.
Yeah. So if you're ranking the flop or not, obviously wasn't a flop.
No.
Then left for a whopping 222 million, which brings us into the next 3. Number 3 is Antoine Griezmann from Atlético de Madrid for the 1920 season for 120 million.
Honestly, for me, this one, I hear a lot of people say, Barcelona fans or not, that he's a player who should have came to Barcelona, but he got there at the wrong time. Honestly, for me, he should have never came at all. Like, I never wanted him at the team. I always thought he was a waste of money.
They say right player, wrong time, but yeah, so.
Coming from a Barca fan, waste of money.
And how much did he leave for?
Like 40 million or something, right? And it was only, how many seasons was he there? Like 2 or 3?
3 seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a flop.
And like he still had I think he had like a 20-goal season, which is honestly not that bad, but it's just, I don't know. I never was in agreement, especially because the year before he was supposed to come And
there
then-
was a whole video of
yeah.
like, se queda, no se queda, he's staying or not leaving.
Who thought he was Neymar?
They released a video of him like, I'm staying, right? And just
Yeah.
left the next season.
Yeah.
Horrible. All right. Number 1 and 2 are tied for 135 million euros each. Ousmane Dembele and Philippe Coutinho. Both signed in the 17-18 season, the same season the mythical Neymar left to PSG. I don't know. What do you think as a Barca fan?
For both of them, I mean, I feel like kind of they're both the same. Dembele, I'd say, was slightly better than Coutinho just because he was there longer, and he did show sparks of good football. Coutinho, that was just like the definition of a flop. Like, he came for that price, and then just like he always seemed like he was insecure. Like, I don't know. I feel like he never really lived up to his potential, which makes me think if his time at Liverpool is overrated. Even I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
You have a potential Ballon d'Oro winner with PSG and Ousmane suffering through injuries all the time at Barcelona. And then you have a Philippe Coutinho who had to go all the way to Bavaria in Bayern to dunk on you guys' ass. How much? Scored 2 goals?
Yeah, he
in
scored
the,
2
in the,
in
in
the
the
8-2.
in the legendary 8-2 of Barcelona.
But him even at Bayern, I feel like he didn't really.
Yeah,
do
he was
much.
underwhelming too, but I mean that's crazy.
At Villa
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I feel like he never really
Yeah.
lived up to his potential. Who knows if he would have stayed at Liverpool, if he would have done better, but
Yeah.
who knows?
So out of the 5 transfers, you got 1 in Frankie who's still like not there yet. A good one in Neymar, and then 3 busts.
Yeah.
We can honestly say Barca's transfer strategy has not looked good in recent.
And those were all, other than Neymar, they were all under Bartomeu, I think, right?
Yeah.
That was the worst president in history. So next up, we stay in Spain and we move to Barcelona's bitter rivals in El Clásico, Real Madrid. Los Blancos have also been pretty busy basically every year in the transfer market. So let's break down their 5.
All right, number 5, Madridistas. We have our very own Aureli Tchouameni for 80 million coming in the 22-23 season, replacing Casemiro, who ended up going to Manchester United that year. For 80 million for a player like Tchouameni, who has had his ups and downs. Or his first season was decent. Second season was a lot of more lows and highs. This season was kind of 50-50, but he's still young. He was signed at 22, so he's what, 24, 25 now. I think it's a decent deal. I mean, it's not, I don't know, Neymar, Cristiano like signing, but that's just how the market is.
I feel like he's kind of like Frankie almost. Like we won't know until he's done there.
I don't know. I think Frankie is worse. He's like literally.
No, I'd take Frankie over Tchouameni for sure.
If you're talking business-wise, Frankie's literally sucking through his wages and everything.
This is true.
Yeah, so I don't know, give or take. At number 4, we got arguably Real Madrid's most important player in their history, Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the best signing in the history of football. For 94 million euros, coming from Manchester United, the 09-10 season. I mean, for 94 million to get a player like Ronaldo, which is, the money then was crazy, but now like looking back at the price, they're paying what?
That's like definitely like the most like money for.
And then he
value.
left for like 100, I think, 100 something.
Yeah, and then
to
they
Juventus.
still made money.
Bro,
off it. Yeah.
He came, he conquered and left, and still left some money over. I mean, talk about profitable business right there. At number 3, we got Gareth Bale, who signed from Tottenham for 101 million, the 13-14 season. Gareth Bale definitely had his ups and downs.
I think his highs were just so high that it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Because he did like score like UCL final goals. iconic goal like the one against Barca in the Copa del Rey final.
Bale looking to use his pace. Well, he was taken out of him by Bartra, or tried to, but the referee's played a good advantage. Bale using that pace. Can he finish it? Oh, what a goal! Solo spectacular from Gareth Bale to probably win the Copa del Rey for Real Madrid.
But then he just had seasons where he left the Spurs and came back and then just like was so amazing.
He left for free, right?
To
I forget where he went, but he left for
didn't
free.
he retire from Madrid or no?
No, he went to LA, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went to
Hey, he
LA.
won the MLS.
Yeah. Legend of the club, legend of the sport, underrated. I think it's good proper business for 101 for a player like Gareth Bale.
Looking back now, but at the time it was a little bit steep.
Hey, yo, Real Madrid got 3 for 3 so far, baby. Come on. All right, number 2, we got the golden boy, Jude Bellingham, signed from Borussia Dortmund the 23-24 season at 113 million euro package. For a guy that in his debut season looked like the best player in the world until his form dipped, just like the rest of Real Madrid the following season, but just a little asterisk in our history. At 20, signed for 20 at 20 years old, 113.
113 as of now is still steep, but again, we'll see once he gets deeper into his career. But if we see the first season of him, first half of the first season of him, then it could be amazing signing. If we see his second season, then I think it's going to be closer to a flop than success.
I don't know, just the market today for getting a player like Jude for 113, that's crazy.
I feel like people forget that too, though. Sometimes I feel like they think he was cheap, but like he was an expensive signing.
Well, I mean, he was probably arguably the most, he was scoring Champions League goals at 18 against Man City. That's crazy. I think it's good business for 113, but soy madridista. All right, that's 4 for 4.
4 for 4.
Number one, Real Madrid's most expensive signing in their history, Eden Hazard, coming from Chelsea the 1920 season for 120.8 million euros. The signing that never worked out, honestly. He was if you don't call him a flop, I don't know what sport you're watching, but he flopped at Madrid. He played maybe 5 games in total. Horrible business. Horrible how it didn't, it turned out. Yeah.
He just never seemed the part.
Yeah,
honestly. There is an asterisk though.
He retired after that, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was his last club.
It was kind of very sad.
Yeah, he came in overweight and then got injured. Came back, never worked out again. After that, his season and career dipped, and that was it for Eden Hazard.
How much was Hazard?
121.
There's an asterisk in there though, because technically Kylian's with his bonus and stuff is close to 200.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do under the table. But yeah, that's Real Madrid for you. Maybe you can say 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5, whatever you want to call it. Much better business than Barcelona. All right, next one up, Manchester United. We go all the way to England. Their 5th most expensive signing in their club's history is no one else but Romelu Lukaku, coming from Everton for a whopping 84.7 million euros for the 17-18 season.
This guy was a flop on every team. No matter what team he went to, he's been a flop.
He looked decent for Everton.
Everton was the only one you could.
And maybe he started off his Chelsea season all right, but yeah, Manchester United did not work. I remember they played Real Madrid in a Super Cup game, and he just was awful. He was horrible.
Isn't he the player who's between all his transfers has been the most expensive?
I think it's between him and Morata. Those guys are just money laundering businesses.
2 shite players.
Yeah, so flop, horrible player. At number 4, we have Jadon Sancho, coming from Borussia Dortmund at the 21-22 season for a whopping 85 million euros.
Flop.
Another flop. Horrible business for Manchester United so far. Horrible business. Flop, and I think he's not in Amorim's plans for the next season, and who knows where he'll go.
Where is he right now? He's still there?
Yeah, he's still
Yeah,
there.
he didn't even get taken to
Yeah,
preseason.
Chelsea didn't buy him, and they're buying everybody.
Yeah, so if you don't get bought by Chelsea, that's how you know you're hurt.
Yeah. And number 3, what they thought was gonna be their own Virgil van Dijk is Harry Maguire, signed from Leicester in the 1920 season for 87 million euros. My God, what a signing he's been. Harry Maguire.
Honestly, like, it's not. I don't think it's a flop. Like, it's
Isn't
still,
that like
I wouldn't have paid that much, but like, he's actually been okay recently.
He's like the Nacho for their team.
Yeah.
But for paying for he was the most expensive defender,
it's,
and he looked decent in Leicester. But I mean,
it's just the price tag that kind of weighs him down. If it was like 35 million, I would have been like, that was a good signing.
nah,
But
for
how much?
87, 87, nah, horrible business. And number 2, we have Anthony. Signed from Ajax for the 22-23 season for 95 million. What a waste of money. I mean, got more memes than goals, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I could have seen him as a good gamble for a price tag of 40, 50. But 90 million, man. Like, 90 million is just a price tag where you have to prove, like, a lot at a decent squad to be paying that much. Because other than that, like, why 87 for Maguire, 90 for Anthony. Like, how much was Lukaku? 84?
That's 84.
Like, those guys hadn't proved, like, anything amazing before they got to Man U. Like, what made you think that was a good idea to spend that much on them? I don't know.
That's crazy. Okay, and the number 1 most expensive signing is Paul Pogba, coming from Juventus for 105 million euros in the 16-17 season.
Honestly, for me, this guy flopped.
Yeah, he flopped. I mean, if he was the player that he was in Juventus, yeah, but he was just completely different Paul Pogba.
And, like, you'll see a lot of compilations on TikTok and stuff of him, like, doing these cool skill moves, like, because he's tall, like, and he was so, but, like, at the end of the day, it's about results. And he didn't bring, I think, they won the Europa League, right?
Yeah.
But I'll attribute that more to Zlatan than him.
Yeah.
And he just didn't, for that price tag, like, I don't think he brought much, happiness to the Man U fan base.
I have no good memories of Paul in the Man U shirt.
Everything is just France or Juve.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 0 out of 5 for Man U. That's horrible business. What do you guys think of? You guys got to turn that around, man. And I think your 6th most expensive is Rasmus Højlund, who you guys. And 7th is Mbeumo, and 8 is Di Maria. Like, bro, what are you guys doing?
and the one guy that Di Maria, the guy who they should have trusted more, is the one guy that they just got rid of him. Like, Di Maria turned out to have like one of the best careers out of probably has the best career out of any of those guys.
Yeah, exactly. So horrible business for me.
He actually proved something at Real Madrid, and then I don't know, whatever. That's beyond me.
You gotta turn that around, man. All right, last one on our list is PSG, and we know they've broken the bank multiple times. All right, their 5th most expensive signing is Achraf Hakimi, coming from Inter for 68 million. I mean, the kid was good. He came in at 22 years old, looked decent in Real Madrid until he was loaned out or sold to Borussia Dortmund. He looked great there, then had a great solid season with Inter for 68 million. I mean, he's still playing with the club, so I think it's a great signing and great investment in Achraf.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue he's been at least top 2 right back in the world right now, if not the best. He's a Ballon d'Or candidate right now.
He's been solid signing from PSG.
Treble.
Yeah. At number 4 is Kvicha Kvaratskhelia from Napoli, just signed in last January transfer.
Yeah.
My man won the Serie A and Liga, and the treble with PSG for 70 million.
I mean, I kind of still see him as like a system player, like where he's in the right system, then he works. But he worked, so I guess
I think it's a good signing, good 70 million. He's still young, 23. He has a whole career ahead of him.
Yeah.
If he keeps playing and improving like he played this first half of his PSG tenure, I mean, that's crazy. Good business. Which is crazy to think how the next three. Number 3 is Kolo Muani from Frankfurt for 95 million, who's playing at Juve now, or played Juve last season. He's back at PSG, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
95 million. Wow.
why do you even buy this guy? What do you see in this guy?
That dude literally, like, and like the crazy thing is, I feel like the biggest memory of this guy is him missing that goal against
exactly.
Argentina. So it's like, what?
Forward by Canate. Kolo Muani! What a stop! What a stop by Martinez!
This guy has no techers, he just looks like a
Pure
headless chicken out there.
physicality, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe just the France tax,
Yeah.
the French tax. The next one up is Kylian Mbappe, signed from Monaco he was 19 at the time for 180 million. That's crazy. But then
That was
again,
a crazy gamble.
But then again, he was 19, arguably considered to be the potential heir to Messi and Ronaldo. 180 though, that's crazy.
That was crazy at the time. Looking back now, I mean, he's definitely not a flop. He did good at the team.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah.
I mean, they still won local. They didn't win the ultimate goal, Champions League, but that's just not all him. I'd say, looking back, it's a good signing. The thing is, I think it's bad business how they let him go for free.
For free, and he took he signed that short extension for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then made hella money off you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, football-wise, yeah, it made sense. Good investment. I'm sure they got their return back, but paid pretty penny for a player like Kylian. Which brings us to number 1, Neymar, who was a great signing for Barca, but for PSG, I don't know. Flop, complete opposite. They signed him to be the main man, which he kind of was, and to win the Champions League, but just too many injuries and too many sister parties.
And honestly, like, PSG aside, like, this transfer pisses me off because it ruined the whole transfer market. This was the one that ruined everything.
There you go.
And this is why you got players like the ones Man U signed being $90 million because just, what is it, 222 or whatever?
222 million. That's crazy.
That was ridiculous. And then Barca went and blew it on
Yeah,
their
Barca
dumb
had to go
signing.
ahead and spend it on Dembele and continue. I mean, he's signing Florian Wirtz to Liverpool for 150. That's crazy. Jude Bellingham for 120.
If you think about it, the teams that ended up benefiting from all of it were teams like Dortmund and Liverpool. Liverpool went on and built their dynasty team. Dortmund bought like Jude. They got like these other guys coming from Neymar going to PSG. Because then Barca went on to buy like Dembele and
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Coutinho.
It's the beginning of the end of football. No, but yeah, they broke the market, and market's never been the same since.
I feel like it kind of mellowed out a little bit now.
Slowly, but
2-3 years ago it was bad.
yeah, it was very bad.
But hopefully it gets better little by little, but I doubt it.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, but that's it. That's the video. At the end of the day, you win some, you lose some, unless you're Barcelona. They need a refund ASAP. Which transfer is the most W for you guys? And if you want to part 2, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment.
But until next time, it's only up from here, boy. Peace.